Welcome back to Gershom Woodcraft and part 2 of my 12-part series. This is our February Cigar Box event. Today's project is wire game. I don't know what you call that, but it's one of those games where you have to move this through and not touch the edges. So let's go through how I made this. But of course we must start with a cigar box. For this project I found these really thin cigar boxes that I thought would be perfect for this product. So you need your cigar box. You will need a 9-volt battery. You will need a switch. You will need a bunch of these cables so you can test your wiring. You're going to need the copper wire. Now you can make this out of a coat hanger. I went down to the hardware store where they sell bare wire in the electric department, and it's nice and thick, stiff, but still with a little force you can bend it into the shapes you want. You're going to need a wire cutter. You're going to need one of these adapters that I picked up at Radio Shack. What I don't have available to show you right now because it's in the box is the little buzzer, which I also got at Radio Shack, and some lights. So this is the buzzer I got, and you'll see it's got 3 cables in it. The blue you can disregard, assuming you get the exact same one. This is for an intermittent buzzer, where it goes bzzzt, bzzzt, bzzzt. We just want a continuous, so it's just the red and the black. This here is an LED light that I got, headline around. Here's the switch, and then here's a single individual LED light off the switch. The reason I did all this is I didn't want you to have to open this up and disconnect the battery every time you weren't playing with the game. Otherwise the battery, I suspect, will bleed out and die. In addition to everything else for my system, I needed my hot glue gun and my soldering iron, and of course solder, which I don't have available to show you right now, but you know what solder looks like. And finally, when I started getting into electronics, I found this heat shrink cable. All different thicknesses. You use that with a hair dryer, or for me a heat gun. It shrinks up and tightens up, and it's great for putting on these edges here so that this will not make contact, and covering up the cable there. Just puts a nice finish touch on it. Super simple. We're on. And you can go all the way around. But if you were to touch it... Okay, in a few moments I'm going to have some still frames that come up with some basic flow charts of the simplest way to set this up and the most ridiculous way, which is the way I did it. But I wanted to just go over the fundamentals just so you can wrap your head around the drawings. So let's take a closer look at what's going on here. You have a battery, and you have your buzzer. I connect an alligator clip from the red of the power, the red power of the buzzer, to the positive. And if I go now from the negative, you immediately get the buzzer. I'm going to put the negative here, so that's one end of my connection, and I'm going to connect the negative of my buzzer to the bar that's whipping around, this kind of a bar. And now, when this bar connects to this bar, you're connecting your circuit. So as I just showed you, with just a couple wires, a battery, and a buzzer, you're done. Oh, well, I had it turned off. No wonder it looks so impressive. I really appreciate you guys spending some time in my workshop, working on box project number 2, 2 down, 10 to go. And next month, March, we will have box project number 3. And I hope you come back for that one. I do want to now give my shout out to Joe of joespens.com. Joe makes magnificent pens, which he then puts in cigar boxes that he's turned into fantastic display cases. Really incredible craftsmanship. Takes it to a different level where he's actually cutting into the box and making drawers out of the side of it. Just fantastic. Thank you, Joe, for sending your stuff in and participating. Can't wait to see everybody next month. Have a great